Hi, my name is Jayme Morgan, and the person I chose to interview was my grandmother for my oral presentation assignment for Drama 30. My grandma's name is Amalia Lopez. She came from Mexico, from Tijuana, Mexico, and she's been in Oakland, California for almost 50 years. She's 78 and she has 7 children. She came here with 7 of her children, and her husband didn't come. At that time, he wasn't allowed to come because he didn't have a visa or a pass. 6 months after she came, he came after. She had some family that she stayed with, but a couple months after, she bought a house in Oakland, California, and the house cost $10,000. In Mexico, she was very poor. She had 8 siblings, 4 sisters, and 3 brothers. They didn't have much. When she came out here, her parents tried to save and give her what she could. She had some family in California, and that's how she was able to get a house. The house that she lives in Oakland has 3 different little houses on the property because they built some of the houses on their property. And her house in Mexico, she said, was not bigger than a 2-bedroom apartment in California. And there was 8 kids living there. She said there was one full bathroom and 1 room that just had a toilet. They didn't have phones. They shared a room. They didn't have much clothes, and my grandma was the oldest of all her siblings, so she didn't get to finish school. She had to take care of all her brothers and sisters, and back then school wasn't really important. To this day, my grandma doesn't speak that much English, but she does know some. I have my dad translating because I don't know Spanish, but my dad does. So I had him ask her the questions, and I kind of asked her too. And she could understand for the most part. Things that she did that were for fun was just play outside with her friends. They didn't go to movies, they didn't go to the beaches, they didn't go to the mall, they didn't have any of that. They just played outside in the dirt or picked fruit or picked vegetables. That's what was fun for them. She wasn't able to finish school in Mexico. So when she came out here, about 2 years after coming to Oakland, she got her GED. She never went back to college because she was taking care of all her kids, and my grandpa worked. Some of her relatives in Mexico, she doesn't really talk to. Her parents are dead, and some of her brothers and sisters are dead just from the atmosphere of Mexico. One of them got murdered, and some of them just died from natural causes. I think she said she has 2 siblings left, the 2 youngest. I asked her why doesn't she go and visit them, or why don't they come here? The last time she's been to Mexico was almost 20 years ago. She said she don't want to go because it's just too much sadness. She thinks of her parents or how her life used to be. If she goes back to Mexico, it's just going to make it worse. I also asked her what are some of her recipes that she passed down to my dad or my mom. And she said she passed down some of her recipes, like her sweet tamales and her beans. She also said that she met my grandpa because they lived down the street from where she lived. Both of their parents were really good. Her parents and his parents were good friends. She got married when she was 16 years old, and after then, she started having all her kids. He didn't really propose to her. It was just kind of like they were together, so they're gonna get married. Now what she does with her kids out here is has family gatherings. She cooks for them. My grandpa passed away a couple years ago, so she lives by herself with 2 of her kids. Still live in the house. All her children are still alive. Some of her accomplishments that she said she is proud of is coming to America, buying a house, and keeping the house, and raising her kids to be good and respectful. Thank you. That's all.